Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to do another review about Jeff Williams from Market Navigator, which is part of Raging Bull. And I really like Jeff. I think he's one of the best gurus there. He's had a really good winning streak recently. I think it's one of the services that you guys will really like if you haven't tried it out already. It's really good. So Jeff has been part of Raging Bull since probably 10 years ago now. He started it almost with Jeff Bishop and Jason Bond. He actually worked with Jason Bond as an elementary school teacher. A decade or so ago. So he got into this a while back. He alerts a single SPY trade, sometimes actually two these days, but it's supposed to be like at least one SPY options trade every single day. He does a lot of due diligence before market opens, and he sends out an email to subscribers like this one right here. This is from Friday. And so you can see right here. So it's good because even if you're not going to trade the SPY, at least it gives you some sort of update on what he's seen in other markets and also just in the futures, and also the economic calendar for the day, so he puts that down here as well. And of course a lot of these things often they'll move the market, so it's really good to have this on your radar, so it's pretty good. So it's all technical analysis. Basically this was the trade from Friday, so he was actually out for a while. I think he had a problem with his dad's health. He says, can't wait to get back after it. This morning markets are moving up slightly and I'm eyeing a move towards 400 on the SPY. I'll break it all down in the chat room from 9 a.m. to 11. So he goes live and he basically talks about what he's looking at and the trade, enters the trade live, talks people through it. It's really good. It's only, I would say, the main issue I have with it is that it's just SPY. I love that, the fact that it's just SPY. And it's also bad because it's just SPY. And so the review I wrote a while back reflects some of that thought process, so we can go through it here. So this is Jeff right here. Like I said, he's been trading about a decade or so. Started off in small cap penny stocks, like OTC stuff even. And those were good. He doesn't really run that service much more these days, but he mainly focuses on these day trades on SPY, and they're really, really, really good. So I'll show you some of his results in a sec. But let's just go through what you actually get. You get this pre-market analysis on SPY. It's via live stream. You get that newsletter that I just showed you. You get this non-stop commentary from him throughout the day. The first few hours at least, it's really good. He has a scanner, the chat room. You also can chat with other people. You can ask him questions. And then he keeps a really good trading journal, which is really important. I think a lot of people don't do that. I think it's important to do it. He imports it directly from TraderSync to the dashboard, and you can check it out anytime. And we can have a look at that in a little bit as well. So yeah, Davis Martin used to run this. He left. I think Jeff Williams is doing a better job though. And you can expect to take either calls or puts based on the market direction and Jeff's analysis over time. So the best thing about this is the track record. I'll show you the actual trading thing in the dashboard. But he typically is around 80% tracking, from the TraderSync thing, which is pretty good, especially if you cut the losses quickly, which Jeff doesn't always do, but he always teaches you to do it, and I usually do it, and I think it's where you really find success with this style of trading, or really any style of trading, is cutting those losses quickly. So what I found is typically the trades will last anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. I'll show you Friday's trade, I think the email and the alerts and what actually happened on the trade in a little bit. Just want to look through the rest of this article. I wrote this article a while back, so I just want to make sure it's still up to date and everything. So yep, Jeff usually is taking small position sizes, so it's good if you're a smaller account trader. You can kind of take the same positions he does if you want. This is a recent snapshot of the trades. I'll try and zoom in here if we can. There we go. So we can go into the dashboarding and show you these, but you can see these are all SPY trades. These are the dates from February down to, well, it's just a snapshot of February really. So you can see the returns on the right here, 8%, 9%, 12%, 24, 15, 15, all kind of closing within maybe an hour or so, and these are all imported from his broker, so you can even get the times that he was in these trades. So yeah, let's go through like a recent trade, and then I'll show you the dashboard as well. So if you like trading options on SPY, this could well be the service for you. So let's go and look at the email again. So, and I'll show you my brokerage and this kind of thing. So this one was on Friday, and this was the trade here. So he'd been out for a little bit, like I mentioned. I think his dad was sick. So he came back, he was looking for a move towards 400 on the SPY, and then the actual trade idea is given a bit below here. He talks a little bit about the analysis, and he says, today is all about SPY 400. Can we break it to close the week, or do we head back down? Yesterday started weak and ended strong, so I'm looking for a good close this week to set us up for a strong week next week. That's what I'm hoping for, a strong week next week. Let's see. So here's his trading plan. Keeps it really simple. If you just get an email and you can't make it into the live stream, doesn't matter so much. You can often use this to do your own trade. I recommend going into the live stream commentary. I think that's one of the best things about the service, but this in itself is enough. It gives you the idea that, looking for an early dip to go calls with a push towards 400. So that was his idea. SPY March 10, 396 calls. He actually changed that to 397 calls, as you will see when we head over to the dashboard, which is right here. So this was on Friday, and he put like around 10:05, bought March 10, 397 calls at 588, looking for 10% target. So if we go to my broker here, obviously this is just a snapshot of one trade, but it gives you an idea of what sort of style it is. So he got in on this candle right here. This is the 397 calls March 10th on SPY, and he actually got in at this point here. And you can see this is the 1 minute chart. It kind of just drifted around for a bit, and then it finally did a nice little run back up. And he got out here about 10 to 15 minutes later for a 10% gain. And that's a relatively normal trade for him. Sometimes maybe a little longer, but you can see this was at 10:05. This was his buy alert. He also announced it in the live stream, obviously. And then here we go, was the 10:15 sold my SPY 397 calls at 646 all out. So that's what you can kind of expect. A shortish day trade. Occasionally he will hold overnight. My thoughts on that is generally those can be the biggest winners, but they can also be the biggest losers. And so if you look at his track record, so I'll go and look here, Market Navigator, Trading Journal, pull it up here. So you can see recent trades, here we go, 9%, 11%. So generally his losses are infrequent, 20% of the time, and generally the wins are just a bit bigger than the losses. Occasionally you do get a big loss here or there though, and those are the ones that you've really got to avoid. But you can see most of these are just green. The winning percentage is very high. Just don't hold one of these contracts overnight with the risk of losing 80% of the value. Just keep cutting your losses short and you'll be fine. These things usually work out pretty well. So this is one of my favorite services at the moment. I think if you just want to simplify things down, trade one ticker or stock, ETF, just trade SPY like this, follow Jeff Williams. Honestly, it's so consistent and so just chilled out, and there's a lot of learning in the chat room. It's just a lot of fun to do. Give it a shot. I've left links to purchase in the article, which I'll leave in the description below, and you can go and get it. I think it's on special at the moment. Let's have a look. So just clicking on here. So yeah, you can go and watch the video. He tells you more about what he does. And then I think it's like $500 for a year, which is a total bargain. Yeah, so it was $15.99 and it's now at $600, so pretty good. So yeah, one of my favorite services. I listen to it every morning just to hear his commentary on the markets. And when I get a chance, I do take the SPY trades as well. So definitely worth checking out. Good luck, hope that helps, and I'll talk to you soon.